Okay, this is Shane Dieter with Dieter Custom Saddlery. I'm going to show how to install and use the Buckstitch / lacing needles that I make into a Cobra 4, and then a little bit on how to use it. Basically, we're replacing these two tools that most people use to do their buckstitch or lacing and make the holes, and we're going to use the machine to make those holes. The tools you'll need is obviously the buckstitch needle, the Allen wrench that comes with your Cobra 4 to take the foot off, and then a flathead screwdriver to take the needle out. So the first thing that you need to do is to remove the double foot by means of this thumb screw, and then just lift it up and pull that off to the side for a minute. We have to take this center foot off because the buckstitch needle will not go down through the hole. So unscrew the Allen screw and just pull that off. Now we can put this double foot back on. The only reason we took that off is to access the center foot. So put that back on. Unthread your needle, and I just lay the thread out of the way with your flathead screwdriver. Remove the needle and install the buckstitch needle. And stick it all the way up, oops, on the floor. Stick it all the way up as far as it'll go, and slightly tighten it, and then you can align the needle, and I'll show you how to align it better once we get going. So just snug that up. You're also going to want to remove your bobbin, just so it's not getting, the thread's not getting tangled in the process. So basically that's installed. We just need to align the needle parallel to your stitching edge. So we'll grab a piece of leather to do that with. Just set the needle down in and then pull it back out and see if it needs to be twisted a little bit, and this one does. So bury the needle in, loosen the screw, and then just turn it just a little bit, the piece of leather, and tighten it back up. And that should have aligned it. If you'll look over here, I've set the stitch length down. Oh, it's about on a 10. You'll have to play with that to get the spacing that you want. So we'll go ahead and run just to show you how this works. So turn your machine on and just start driving. One thing that I advise that you do is actually have a scrap piece of leather underneath, because it opens the holes a little better. So if you have two pieces of leather, it'll open the hole much better. You need to buff this needle quite often because it'll start getting sticky. But there's the results, and you can see I've used 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch buck stitch using the same needle, and also a whip stitch on the edge, which you can adjust. So any questions, you can call me or message me. My information's on my website, DieterCustomSaddlery.com. Thanks.